everyone, my name is Naomi. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome to Beauty Made Simple, where we talk about beauty products and beauty tutorials that are low cost, low effort, and low time. If that seems like something that's interesting to you, definitely hit that subscribe button and stick around. In today's video, sponsored by Bloomseed Products, we are talking about the LCO and LOC method of hairstyling. Now, if you guys are natural, I'm sure you are very familiar with both of these methods. They are ways of increasing moisture to the hair, making sure that you seal everything in before you go on with your styling process. Whether you want to do LOC or LCO really depends on your hair type and what reacts well with your hair. They're very similar in that you start off with the liquid, which is the moisture, which is water, and then you add on either oil and then cream, or cream and then oil to seal that in. I tend to go back and forth with both, usually tending toward LCO because I like to leave conditioner in when I detangle, but either one works well for me, so I switch. Today I'm doing the LCO method with all products from Bloomseed, which is a Black-owned hair care company which features natural ingredients and natural products. Definitely give them a try, check them out. I loved the products that I used in my hair. I'm going to explain as we go on why they were so awesome. And of course, if you don't have their products, the method is going to work the same way. You can substitute what you have on hand to make it work for you. Now for this, I'm going to do a full wash day to show you guys what's going on. I start off with a shampoo as normal, but instead of using a regular shampoo, I'm using Bloomseed's Rasual Hair Clay. Rasual Hair Clay is a natural alternative to shampoo, which actually works more as a hair mask, where you work it in and let it sit on your hair, rather than using a shampoo where you lather and then rinse out immediately. Now the clay actually comes, of course, in clay form, in a powder form, and then you have to mix it together to create the actual wash. And the way you create it is by using half a cup of the hair wash, about half a cup of an oil of your choice, and I used olive oil, and then 1 1/4 cup of boiling water. You mix this all together until it's kind of a soupy mixture. You want to start off by mixing the oil and the wash first, and then kind of folding in the boiling water a little at a time. Once you start putting in the water, it's going to look like kind of a cake batter consistency, and as you add in more and more, it's going to get thinner. Once you actually have the mix, what you're going to do, you could put this in a bottle, or I just used my hands, dipped it out straight with my fingers, and then massaged it into my scalp and then into the length of my hair. Now there are different types of hair clay that you can get on their website, and the one that I got was the Peppermint and Sage hair wash. You guys know I have itchy dry scalp, and I talk about that a good amount. And what was great about this product is as soon as you put it on your scalp, that peppermint calms it immediately. I don't really know how to explain it, but it feels like just almost like ice on your scalp. Like you get kind of a chill and like a soothing feeling when you put it on. So that itchiness, that dryness, immediately wherever you touch with that hair wash, it gets calmed. So one, that itchy dryness is going away. And then two, you're not having to use too much of the product because you can feel everywhere on your head where you put it in. So you don't have to use too much of it trying to cover your entire head, because you know exactly when you've put enough, when you feel that soothing feeling. Speaking of not using too much product, it looks like a lot when you're actually mixing it, but I barely used any of the wash that I created. I ended up putting most of it back into a bottle. So not only did I have the full case container of the powder still left, I had a full bottle that I'm going to keep reusing over and over again. So I could see this lasting me literal months before I have to make a new purchase. So definitely good in terms of your pocket. Once you have that on your hair, you're going to sit and let it marinate, let it remove all that buildup from your hair for about 15 minutes and then rinse it out. If you were actually in the shower doing this, I would recommend doing this at the very beginning of your shower process, then going through and washing your body, shaving, exfoliating, doing whatever else you typically do, and then move on to your conditioner process. Now for the conditioner, I use their Irish Moss and Marshmallow conditioner. And this one's interesting because it also comes in a powder form and you mix it up to create it. I actually doubled the recommended amount because I just have a ton of hair and I tend to use a ton of conditioner. So what I used was 4 tablespoons of the conditioning powder, 4 tablespoons of oil, again olive oil, and then a half a cup of boiling water. Now the way you want to do this is, again, mix the oil and the powder first and then fold in the boiling water. Now once the water is actually folded in, take a fork and then beat it, mix it like you would scrambled eggs. It's gonna have a very jelly-like, tacky-like consistency, which you guys know I love for my gels, I love for my custards to have that same kind of tacky feel because it works really well with detangling and working through the hair. So to have a detangler or a conditioner have the same kind of consistency is awesome. Once you actually finish here, you can really end at this step, but if you want it to be the best that it can be, you'll actually strain it through to get the consistency perfect. If you have a mesh bag, that's the easiest way to do this method. You just pour the liquid inside, close the bag, and then squeeze it through so that it runs through that mesh material. I don't have a mesh bag, so what I did was just grabbed a kitchen strainer, poured the liquid inside, and just worked it through with my fingers until it came out the other end. Once that's done, you're gonna go through your regular detangling process. Of course, you guys know from the last video, I love my finger detangling, so I went ahead with my finger detangle just as normal in my 2 big sections. Once you detangle, you're gonna go ahead and rinse out so that you can move on to your sealing process, which is gonna be your oil or your cream. Now I rinsed out about half of it and then just wrung out the excess. So there is still a good amount of conditioner left in my hair, serving as the cream base. And then I went in with the oil. I used the herbal hair oil, which has jojoba, avocado oil, coconut oil, just a crazy amount of good oils. Squeezed it into my hand and worked section by section, just kind of smoothing it over the top to kind of close that hair shaft, make sure everything is getting sealed in and that oil is sitting on top. So I did that across my whole head, and then I did kind of an extra bonus step, which is going in with their hair butter, which is made of shea butter, cocoa butter, and coconut oil. Now the way I use this is the same way I would if I was using just coconut oil for lotion or something like that. You just take a little bit out with your finger, rub it in your hands, and it becomes this oil consistency. So it's like putting another oil right on top. So I did that and put a little bit on each section, and you guys, I think this was the special step. When I did this, I pretty much finished my entire head, but with the hair butter, I could tell that it was so moisturizing that I didn't need to use my typical curling cream. So instead of, finishing that and then going through with my normal blow dry and then adding curling cream and then braiding my hair down, I didn't add any other products to my hair. So I did my normal braid out routine and it turned out like this, and I didn't use any other products. So that just goes to show how moisturized my hair was, not needing any type of curling cream to maintain my curls. Now, whether you're doing the LCO method or the LOC method, it doesn't really add any extra time to your hair routine. It's just a matter of being very intentional about where you place your products in your routine. I feel like I've been natural for so long that it's something that I just do without thinking. It's just ingrained in my routine itself, and I never really think about, oh, I need to moisturize and then I need to add something that's going to seal it in. It's just not something that goes through my thought process anymore. Are you guys still thinking intentionally about where you place your products when you use them? Or is it something that I tend to do where I get a new product and then I have to reevaluate where it's going to go in my routine? Let me know if you guys still think about this kind of stuff and how it works in your routine. Thanks again to Blumseed for sponsoring this video. Definitely, if you guys want to support Black business and try out some new products, check out the links in the description and see for yourself. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. P.S. If you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about, any questions that you have, any products that you want me to review, put it in the comments and let me know. I'm always looking for new video ideas. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!